I think that it's it looks like it. Is it better than just an hour?
No. Oh. Looks like it won't.
It looks like you're live already.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to say how long it would take you to notice. We're back, guys.
Oh.
This is a disclaimer, not financial advice. We are not liable for any personal financial decisions, aka Trent. We're back. Welcome back. Did you guys like that? It was a quick 2-second thing, bobber. That's Trent. He is hat. Molly, his hat's not straight. Okay, it's fixed.
Is it fixed?
Yeah. All right, Molly, I need you to hold the phone perfectly centered so Trent looks at his desktop.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that. Don't let me tease you. Sorry guys, we're late. We have 7 people watching right now. It was me. I was procrastinating. I'm not gonna lie. It's been one hell of a day. Let me tell you. Where'd you guys like to know? Because I can't talk about it in case anybody else is watching that knows me from around town.
Guys, we have a crypto emergency today. Trump, we're waiting on the edge of our seats to find out if Trump is going to implode the crypto market by getting us involved with an Iran war. But, yeah.
Hey, you know what Trump said? Total surrender or something like that.
Yeah. Unconditional surrender is what he said.
What does that even mean? What does unconditional surrender mean? So, guys, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm saving this for a special occasion. I thought, Trent, you don't need to mute yourself, Trent. I like it. It keeps me from less lonely. Trent, you can't mute yourself. I was gonna drive me nuts.
Just for a second.
Alright.
Because the nurse came in.
Alright. Well, guys, while Trent's muted, I want to tell him I was saving this beer for a special occasion for when Trent got back, and it is awesome. It's from not Monkish Brewery. It's from Black Raven. Check it out, guys. Look at that can art. It is fancy. Trent's drinking him a Swifty drink. Call it Swift Boba. Swifty. Swift Bobies. It's drinking. If Taylor was a man, that's what bobas would be.
It's just coffee with half and half.
You know, well, you know, yeah.
You know, they don't exactly sell beer in a hospital, and I am here visiting my dad, so I can't crack a beer on the stream today.
It looks like boba tea. That's what I thought it was. So I got this Raven. It is transformative creature with origins in a mysterious past into a present identity. Its spirit belongs us to the continuation of an epic journey. Spirit brings us to a continuation of an epic journey. Black Raven. Magic with 2 bird heads and a crayon. We're going to check this pour out, guys. I don't know pour on the stream. Let's get a little ASMR. Oops. Oh, I'm just kidding. And see how dark it is. See if it's dark as Trent's boba. I don't think it's definitely boba. It says boba on the sticker. Here's my pour. Oh, it's actually kind of not dark, to be honest with you. I really kind of anticipated that to get dark. A lot more bubbles. Wow, look at that, Trent. That was pretty good.
I'm digging the glass. It's
right back. Hey, look, that was a good pour too. You can't quite tell, but that's dang near 2 fingers.
Two fingers on that head. I mean, no pun intended. You know, whatever that sounds like to you is up to interpretation. But
yeah, cheers, guys. You know, this is gonna be a real chill stream. Okay, I just want to let everybody know. Chill.
So what do we got brewing today?
Holy smokes! Wow! I'm going off the bat, giving this a 9.5.
Already?
Off the
bat. You can't rate it until you finish it.
I'm rating it. That was like magical when it hit my lips. my palate. So the head just rolled right back into my palate, and it hit all 5 senses at the same time: touch, taste, feel, smell. It was a wonderful non-rainbow rainbow magic that hit me in the side of the head, guys. That was beautiful. It was like mango-y, citrus, pineapple love to my face. I can't imagine another way to explain it, but Trent, you gotta try this one. It is new and it is phenomenal. What are we running at this sucker? Wow, that was great. I would actually challenge Monkish beer against this, and I'm gonna say that because Monk is actually a really good beer.
Yeah. Oh,
This particular flavor, wonderful. Like Black Raven does pretty good on all its flavors, kind of like icicle. That was a good one. That's 7%. Wow, 7%. Wow,
Yeah.
That was good. All right, guys. We're not be part of the round.
I'm doing this coffee with no sweetener, half and half, coming in at 0.00% ABV.
0.00. Hey, you know kombucha?
Maybe 80 milligrams of caffeine.
When we were at work, if you drink kombucha and then take a alcohol test, you'll blow hot.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Can you see the charts? Where we got
I
going on?
can.
Oh, bubbles.
Man. Yeah.
Hey, remember how we were talking about SPX?
Yeah.
Check it out, Trent. In the last 30 days, we said it had the double top. Couldn't reclaim it at $1.44, and I think we're coming back down to like $1.20 to $1.10 as the first stop, and possibly below $1, hitting between 90 and 73 cents, which we could dive into that a little bit later. But man, we were spot on with that call. Am I right? Or am I right?
Yeah.
Let's just take a peeky peek. That was the top loser, I think. We nailed it. Top 200. Ooh, White Castle fell out of the hundreds. They were in
Did
the
you
top.
say White Castle? You mean White Rock?
Yeah, White Castle. Your hamburgers. You know, they like
Hey,
rock.
hey, listen. So
Hamburgers are like a rock.
Molly's cousin had this White Castle burger that he left in his drawer at work, and
15 years.
for 15 years, no mold, nothing. Like, that thing looked like it came right out of the package. What does that tell you?
Why would he not eat it?
Do some technical analysis on that.
Well, I'm that's actually not a bad thing. If you think about it, and you're a prepper and you want a hamburger, you could just store a bunch of those. You'd be fine. Right on the shelf, doesn't need any cooling at all. He was like, I'm in the mood for a burger today.
Oh.
Well, Right Rock was $1 billion market cap, bro, and it fell out pretty hard too.
Yeah.
That's why we don't buy the hype, bro. We don't buy the hype on here. We sell the.
Well, any speculation coin any high speculation coin is gonna suffer right now. Because of uncertainty. The uncertainty of whether or not Trump is getting us involved in the war. If you're not in Bitcoin or you're not in, blue chips. What is a blue chip, anyways, right? Like, altcoins in general are going to bleed against Bitcoin right now, just because of the uncertainty of whether or not Trump is getting us involved in that war. But honestly, we're just waiting on the news. Even if when the news breaks, it could dip and then it could recover and go higher right away, just like we did with the Ukraine war. It was actually bullish because war also means stimulus of the economy. War means money printing. War means, and it's a tough thing, and it's an atrocious way to do it because we don't want human suffering, in the world, but it just comes with the territory. The war machine is the biggest money printing machine in the world, and it has been since the dawn of time. And the market is just waiting to react to whatever the news is. But if the news is that we are going to war, that's not like a death sentence for the bull market or anything. Bitcoin ripped when we on the breaking news of the Russia-Ukraine war. So hey,
You know what's really interesting, Trent? I actually heard this theory today with Jerome Powell not cutting the rates and Trump keeps shouting at him how he's an idiot. Well, what's really interesting about that was Trump pointed out they are a private company, right? And if they don't cut the rates, then Trump he owes the Federal Reserve billions of dollars because of the interest. And the bonds that are coming up that we owe on are from the Biden administration. And what if they are Trump's trying to proc the world with the tariff money, and the Federal Reserve is actually at war with Trump because they want to take control of America, and they're trying to make him use his tariff money and pay the higher interest fees on the bonds that Biden set up to try to keep control of it and be like, hey, look, the tariffs aren't actually working. And because they're a private company, technically they are we're kind of like at war at them, as in the sense of we're trying to be a country and we want to be self-independent. We don't want to rely on a nation, another private company providing us with money when we can create it ourselves.
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton created the Federal Reserve, right?
We've gone.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but the Federal Reserve, man, it's just annoying to me how much the market is knit to what they do, because the whole point of the ethos of Bitcoin from the beginning was to get rid of, I don't know about get rid of the Federal Reserve, but yeah, usurp the Federal Reserve and revolt against it. So, I don't know. We're gonna get there one day. Bitcoin is the 5th most valuable asset in the world now. Yeah. It's gold, Microsoft. You can look it up, Kyler. But gold, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, then Nvidia,
Apple,
then Apple, then Bitcoin.
Microsoft.
And if Bitcoin goes to somewhere between $3 and $4 trillion in market cap, which is not even a 2x from here, it'll flip the market cap of Apple, and it'll be the 4th most valuable asset in the whole world. It's really wild. I mean, it's done it in under a decade. Well, no, sorry, not under a decade. It's done it in under 2 decades. Bitcoin is, 2009. So it's 17 years old. It just celebrated its 16th birthday, and it's driving on a learner's permit or something right now. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Can I ask you a question, Trent?
Yeah.
How is Hal? He always has these really smart, intriguing questions about cryptocurrencies and different ones all the time.
Yeah.
Is he really into crypto, or does he just like to tickle my troubles?
What do you say?
Tickle your what?
Troubles,
Yeah, he's just tickling your whatever you just said. Troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just tickling your troubles. He's adding just trying to help us out and engagement in the comments and stuff. He asks ChatGPT what's a good comment I can say about crypto.
Because I'm like, man, how does he come up with these really well worded questions about?
But he's been absorbing some of it. Watching our stream for 3-4 months now. So hey.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Hal. Thank you for challenging my mind and sharpening my brain and tickling my trebles every day.
You said truffle or truffle?
Double? Oh.
Shovel.
Treble. It's a new word, okay? Don't judge. It sounded good. You gotta go with it. Well, we're gonna read Trump's family cuts stake in Will Liberty Financial by 20%. Or I'm gonna do a test theory and I'm gonna hit play on this and we're gonna see what happens.
Trump
Play.
family's company cuts stake in World Liberty Financial by 20% report. One of the companies connected to U.S. President Donald Trump and his family's position in World Liberty Financial, WLF, has reportedly reduced its stake in the cryptocurrency.
I don't know, Trent. Do you think it's better if I read it?
You gotta, whatever happened to you reading articles in your excited voice?
That's true.
Your animated voice.
You haven't been around, so I've been less excited. I need you there.
My God.
Do people like my excited voice?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hey, one of our second highest viewed video is a clip of you reading that BlackRock article with excitement, with a little animation. You know how you say excited in Spanish?
Excito.
Animado, where we get the word animated. It's the same idea. Animated, excited, it's a similar idea, Anyway.
Okay, I guess I could do it with excitement. You guys ready for this? Here we go. An umbrella company controlled by a president and his family have reportedly been reducing its stake in Will Liberty Financial since December 2020. Was that like that?
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, I'm just kidding. That's right. Okay. One of the companies connected to the U.S. President Donald Trump and his family's position, the Will Liberty Finance.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Has reported and reduced its stake in cryptocurrency platform in the last 11 days. According to 4B's report, DT Marks DeFi LLC, an umbrella company controlled by Trump and his family, have been slowly reducing its stake in Will Liberty Finance. The report has noted that DT Marks DeFi LLC had 75% in Will Liberty in December 2024, but Will Liberty's website said the company owned approximately 60% as of January. A stake that was further reduced by 40% sometimes after June 8th. While it's unclear whether the Trump family profited from the move, Forbes analysts suggest that the proceeds from such a sale could amount to millions of dollars. That divestment comes amid the lawmakers calling for investigations into the president's connections to the crypto industry. Will Liberty Financial also began issuing its own USD1, a stablecoin, in March as the Congress moves forward with the Genius Act legislation to regulate the payment stablecoins in the country. And there's a spider web of this person to this person, 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 this person. That guy knows this guy knows this group knows this. Paraphrase, it knows this group, knows this group, which knows this tiny person, which therefore by Will Liberty Financial. Guys, that's how Trump is connected. So it's just a sub of a sub of a sub within a sub with a guy who knows 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 a guy's brother. That was a reference to SpongeBob. I don't know if you do.
They say you're 8 degrees of separation from anyone in the world.
You're my 8th brother, 8 times removed.
So am I 8 degrees of separation away from the supreme leader of Iran?
Well, how about King Jong-un? Long distance. That's maybe why you get such a good beard. Maybe I'm King Jong-un with my lesser beard, and you're more Iranian. You're darker palette skin. I got the white skin too. I don't live in North Korea.
How are the comments today? It's hard for me to see it from my phone.
Slow.
Oh yeah. Well,
since I took over, I haven't had as much energy last couple nights, and you haven't been here. And I think everybody likes you for some reason. I always like to be the star, but I don't know what happens. You just take over the spotlight. We have Hal, and Molly. I'm just kidding. Molly's not there. Molly, go support us, damn it. All right, we're going to continue reading. The Genius Act passed in the U.S. Senate last week with the support from both Democratic and Republican lawmakers, but could face similar challenges in the White House or in the House of Representatives over Trump's crypto ties. The president took to social media on Wednesday evening to urge the chamber to pass the bill ASAP. World Liberty Financial brushes off oversight concerns from Congress. Related. Conflicts of interest claims inbound between Trump and crypto. Will Liberty, backed by Trump and his family, has been at the center of a controversy surrounding the president as he attempts to enact policies related to cryptocurrency through executive orders and acts of Republican-controlled Congress. In May, an Abu Dhabi-based company said it intended to use the platform's USD1 token to settle a $2 billion investment in Binance. What?
Wow.
Come on, guys. Let's go. $2 billion investment in a stablecoin. As of March, the company has raised roughly $550 million through 2 public token sales. Trump personally reported more than $57 million income through the ventures as of June. I wonder how hard that is to do your taxes when you own a company within a company who owns a company who owns a company. You know, like at what point you're like, I don't know what I own anymore. You know, and how do you report the income?
The answer to that question is that the people in those positions pay zero.
Yeah, they just write it all off.
Yeah. So everything is a loss.
I'm the only person right now on YouTube watching myself on YouTube.
Hey, last night's video though, 126 views, and comments seemed good. So
Pepe, thank God, Pepe is here. I'm so happy I'm not alone. Pepe is king. Pepe the meme is king. You know what, Pepe? I'm so happy to see you. What an old church, Pepe. I know Trent was in the middle of a conversation. He was so excited for me to be excited. But wouldn't be excited.
Throw his comment on the screen so I can see it.
Okay, Pepe is king.
Oh, nice.
Pepe.
Hey, remember when Ben was the Frog King?
No, never.
What?
Never remember that.
Okay, so you're saying he wasn't the true Frog King. I get it, but you know, he was he was branding himself. He was the Frog King before he was the Sultan of Solana, if you remember.
Oh, Molly joined us. All right. Well, first off, we're gonna jump to the 1 hour. Okay, so Pepe is having downwards action right now, okay? And we had this giant growth up. We broke below this little trend line right here. Our next support level will be at 9334, which is below psychological level. So it is kind of bearish before it gets bullish. And we have like open doors right now in the site we're going down. And the VWAP's coming down and the strength's coming down. But we are technically oversold. So I would expect some sort of movement to the upside pretty quickly after we hit the bottom over here. Like when I say quickly, I mean like on the next day or two after we bottom. The 4 hour also has a red dot trigger wave coming down. The strength is just starting to come down. We are oversold and we are on the red wave with the VWAP coming down as well. The 12 hour, no downside please. I need more, LOL. Oh, yeah, low 900s. No downside, please. I need more, LOL. No, you want downside if you want to buy more, right? Theoretically. Trent, did you leave? Did you leave, Trent?
No, I just opened up CoinMarketCap on my phone.
Goodness, 78 billion Pepe. Well, congratulations. So you are the Pepe king.
Hey.
I'm a little jealous, dude. I wish I still owned Pepe. Calvin! What's up, Calvin? I saw the S-Coin, Fartcoin. Albite, how is the S-Coin, Fartcoin doing? You know, it's not doing as good, but it's doing better than SPX 1600, which we said it was going to go down. I should have shorted it. I should have put $5,000 in the bid buy, and I should have got my $1,000 bonus. I should have shorted that mother effer. Freaking took my own advice. The good news.
Shorted on 23x. Love it.
Yeah, you know, man, dude. The 50 days coming down, the 21's coming down. We do have some momentum wave kind of coming in. but we're so oversold right now without like a significant sign of like new trend pattern. I would be worried to see us coming down. Like look at the VWAP. The VWAP is not telling you this green dot's going to super play out. It's slightly above the zero line at a 1.8, but it's almost cupping like the bottom side of a bra going back down. So you kind of don't want it hanging that. When a bra is like coming up on the curvature of it going up, that's the more interesting thing. But when it's kind of curving down, it's not as interesting, you know. We're gonna jump to the daily. I think big runs will be Pepe, SPX, and Farcoin. Is that true? You know, you're probably right. I would say Pepe for sure. For sure, I would say Pepe. I would expect a big run. SPX and Farcoin are so new. I would be inclined to agree with you as like the almost like top dogs and with SPX, but I don't know. I don't know enough about them. It's the longevity of them.
Yeah,
You're really close to getting a green dot on the 12 on the daily though for Pepe. I just think we're going to come down more. I mean, it says bullish pattern coming up. I would want to see a stronger movement so we don't get like a little downwards cup like this and then come right back down. You know what I mean? On the VWAP. Like I would like to see a strong push in the upside. And then I would say we're in the trend and we're breaking out of the downtrend.
you know, I mean, we could start rounding that bottom though. No.
You know, I've tried to like project that out. It's kind of hard when you don't have the momentum waves playing with you.
Yeah.
So like right here, you have the momentum wave coming in with the rounding bottom, and it's a pretty strong indication that it was agreeing with you. But this is so another thing interesting too. The weekly.
Is that a head and shoulders? The head's pretty tall.
I drew this out because I wanted to ask you about it and see what you thought.
You know,
we also have an anchor trigger wave on the weekly, and this is the weekly.
Yeah, I mean,
But when you get green dots on the bottom, they always pumps. Like here, green dot, boom, right? Green dot, boom. We go up. Green dot, boom. Boom, right here.
Well, so we don't have that green dot yet, right?
No, on the bottom, correct. It's
yeah.
So and this looks like it has more pressure to go downwards, which would come into like where that at least the 900s. What Pepe would think.
You know what? I'm seeing something else. Stretch your chart out a little bit.
Okay, I'll stretch it out and then I'm gonna read this comment real fast.
Is that also a cup and handle?
Could be, but the red dot on the
and
top,
you know what? Now that it's
top, I would say no.
Now that it's stretched out, I wouldn't call that a head and shoulders at all, because there's just too much action going on between that. That left shoulder is part of a whole different pattern, in my mind. And
I can see that.
And then so if we invalidate that, I'm seeing a cup and handle.
You know what I would think, Trent? If the 21 coming down, getting smoother, I think we'd have this is a weekly, at least a couple more weeks of sideways action.
Well, yeah, and you keep forming that handle in that case.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. Pepe asked, "What do you think of XRP?" Some are saying 1,000K this cycle. LOL, dude. You know what? XRP. You want a realistic XRP number? $19.27 all in crypto, has an 8-year pattern set up for it. I don't know if we'll get that high, but I think it has the potential to go that high. I think that you want a realistic number, maybe it's $12. $8 to $12 is a realistic number. Now, a pattern shows $19.27. If you make it all the way there and you can hold that long, and freaking tastic. 100%. That's a realistic. What did you ask me? Calvin, where did you go, Calvin? Calvin, I'll buy that S coin. How is it doing? Okay, we're gonna check it out. Fart coin. Mr. Calvin over here calling out the fartinator. Who let the fart out? Who? What do you see, Trent, on the weekly on Farcoin? We do have a red dot, green dot, red dot, and it's never been below the 0 line, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But it's also not that old. That's why I was just telling Mr. Pepe King. Like, it's not super old to really give you like a good solid. Agreed. $4 for XRP? No. I don't think so. Well, you know what? Well, I would say for XRP, like, you look at this, it comes down, it pumps up, and it looks like it's coming back down again. I would say probably get like another week or two on the daily. I guess the next 3 or 4 days of it's still coming down. Oh, wait, Farcoin, sorry. Not XRP. Coming down to like just below $1 level before deciding to move. You know, we're bouncing off 103 right now, which is some sort of support it has, or we're actually slightly below it if you expand it. We have another support level like 99. I don't know. I think it will probably come down at least to a little bit more, man. The blue momentum wave still shows like the light blue is still pointing down. The VWAP is starting to have that curvature up, but the thing that really makes me nervous about Farcoin is if you follow the green wave, the money coming in, right there it peaks. We start having an outflow. We're having a continuation of an outflow. So you kind of might see this. You know, and then we'll get the green dot on the bottom over here, and then we can get that momentum up. That's what I would think on the daily on Farcoin. 12 hour, we have not quite cupped yet. I think more a sideways action to down action on Farcoin. Short term, you know, we might get a little bit of pump on the 30-minute. Looking pretty good. It's a weird, really weird ass pattern, but it hasn't closed. That's why we have to wait for confirmation. We get that red dot, and then we instantly bounce off it. Instantly. We have the red dot, scare the bejeebies out of you. We get the green dot, very next candle, and it continued going. So that's why we really got to wait with the blue momentum, which we get that clear, nice, beautiful double boob bottom. That is what we want to see. We want the little red tips, and then I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure that's the Black Raven talking. Trent, you got kicked off. Can I add you back?
And we'll do the s'mores and stuff.
Trent, I'm not on speaker on your end, am I? People can't hear me about talking about inappropriate things. No, he nodded yes. Okay, I'm sorry, Trent. We're gonna go take a look at SPX. Okay, so guys.
Oh no, I was saying you're good, dude.
I have 26 tries. I don't want to get rid of my drawing. I'll get rid of this one. We're gonna remove it. We're gonna go up, guys. We literally said back here. I think we said right here. We said, dude, it's coming freaking down, bro. We might even said it like right here. We said it's coming down. We freaking nailed that one, bro. And you know how I know that? It's because we come over the daily and check it out. Check it out. Bearish like a ghost. Bearish like a ghost.
Did you see a flower?
And, you know, Trent would say, he would tell me I'm wrong right now, and this is a gorgeous cup and handle. That's what Trent's going to tell me. It's like beautiful. We come up, we make a handle, and it's off to the races. Am I wrong, Trent? Is that what
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. What cup and handle? What time frame is that on?
No, I don't agree with it.
You're saying that's what I would tell you? Yeah.
Yeah. You would tell me that, and I would say no. This is the daily.
No sugar, no
carbs. I would not agree with it because we have this blue momentum wave, and it hasn't came down to reset yet. Though we do have really thick green money flow coming in, but an X is a sign of a short. It hasn't confirmed yet. We still have a day confirmed. Honestly, not too bad for far good news. I own 0% of it. Well, that is good news, Calvin. That is good news. You should have bought up here at the very all-time high of SPX. That's the greatest time to buy any coin. I'm just not financial advice. Don't actually buy things at the top. We wait for a good reset. You know, I would bet the handle on Fartcoin comes down to this level, Trent. Right here to right here.
You're saying Fartcoin, but the chart is showing SPX.
Dang it, Calvin, you confused me in the middle of my rant. So what do you think right here, Trent? You think we'll come down to these previous levels before we decide if we want to go down farther to the next support level right here? Trent? Okay. Oh, he said 1 second. Well, you know what? I'll talk for him because I sound like him. Guys, this is really good advice that Tyler's giving you. You should listen to him. He is a master at using Market Cipher. He is very skilled and spends a lot of time looking at it. Guys, Cardano is #1. Don't even buy SPX. You want Iagon and ADA. That's all you need. It's going to an all-time high. We all know that. That's an easy 10x from here. Guys, that's what you need is Cardano. That's all you need. We have Bitcoin. We got stable coins are being built. We got back tested Cardano history stats. Yeah, it goes slow. But guys, it's the greatest thing on this planet. It's better than XRP. It's better than sliced bread. That's all you need. I don't know how I did, Trent. I was freestyling that. I'm not a rapper, but I could freestyle improv. Trent didn't really say that I did okay. I'll take that, Trent. I take that. SPX, classic double top. We had a double top here. Come up, couldn't claim that top, came back down, tried to come back up, and we have a double top. That was a quad top, and then we came back down, and it's like we're gonna make it back in, and we're gonna go back down. A little bit nervousy. So if you shrink up SPX, you know, in this platform, you do have the red wave, and it's shrinking. So hopefully it just doesn't stay. Hopefully it stays shrinking. Cardano. What we got going on here on ETH, Trent? You bearish or bullish on Ethereum, Trent? Long term, short term? 1 hour. Trent has winners talking. Trent, is this bullish divergence or is this bearish divergence on the 1 hour? Trent's thinking.
The answer is neither.
What is it? Oh, you're right. It needs to be, if it was like this. Come here, needle nose. What is that, Trent? I'm just kidding. Confluence, I knew that. We're testing him, guys. Fast. Flying freaking colors. So we're going to change it to another test. We're going to go to the 4 hour. We're going to forget we ever tested them. And we're going to look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour 21's coming down still. The 50's coming down. I made my white line thicker like Trent's because I like how thick his line was. I like we got a green dot on the 4 hour, which is a good sign. BBSI agrees that we're going to continue up, or at least another green candle with a 13, or more likely. VWAP hasn't plateaued. It is looking like it could continue. The strength is coming up, and we're oversold on Ethereum. The 4 hour, that's pretty good. 12 hours also looking good. We have a doji candle or trend reversal. Just barely got the power right now to say we're going to get a red candle after this, green candle after this red candle. Sorry, misspoke. We do have a green dot. It hasn't confirmed yet. We got eight and a half hours left to confirm. So if we can hold it, that's a pretty good sign. VWAP is literally trending the line at a 0.05 or 0.5. But we have a lot of money flow coming in, and it looks like it's been on a downtrend. So hopefully we can shake things up a bit, you know. That's what we'd like to see on ETH. Wait, in 12-hour though, 21's kind of making a not super bullish sign. Jump into the daily. Possible trigger wave. Possible. Okay, so again, not too hype, no too hypey yet. We have to watch it confirm. So we're probably at least a day or two out for confirmation. The VWAP is coming up and the money flow is coming in. The weekly time. This is the one that makes us nervous-ish because we almost are getting a trigger wave to the downside. That makes us nervous. With a doji candle, a pretty strong doji candle that came up to the 50-day moving average and later came down to the 200 moving average trend. You see that candle? It like touches the 200 and it touches the 50. Like, tell me that's not a wild ride. It's wild. He says it's wild. Since he can't talk right now, he's feeling constipated. Sorry, guys. Don't say anything, Trent, if you're in agreement. Okay, there you guys go. We're going to go to Bitcoin. You know, you could do this to me too, Trent, one of these days that I'm not here. Do you guys believe in crypto is an elongated cycle? If so, it's why alts are lagging. Alts aren't crazy as it sounds, Calvin. They're not crazily lagging. I was talking about this previously on, was it the weekly or the, or was it the daily? Might have been the daily, actually. When we look at, no, it might have been the weekly. Okay, we gotta look at the Bitcoin dominance, okay? So we're gonna play around with this. The standard, yeah, look at that. So the standard alt season is 1,084 days, and we are at 1,018 days, I think. So traditionally, we have about 2 months before we hit alt season. Now, the difference between this season and last couple seasons we've had is Bitcoin traditionally resets in the middle of it, like 40% or 50%. And so, can you imagine if Bitcoin lost 50 grand right now? Everybody would have been pooped the pants. Literally.
Well, it didn't in 2017. Sorry, I can talk now. I just had to mute when the nurse comes in.
Yeah, but didn't it drop like 30% 2017? Like, isn't that when COVID happened? Oh no, COVID happened 2020.
Yeah. So in 2017, there were several 20% drops and one 30% drop, I think. But you know what happened in 2021 was really abnormal for a bull market. I mean, granted, you only had two to go off of, but you know, a 50% dip in the middle of the bull run, that was definitely.
Well, we had some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, if you look at 2017 too, it's not like, I mean, look at this candle right here. So like we were at its all-time high. Its high was 4,680. The next wick went as low as 2,000. Oh, let's say 3,000. So it went down $1,600. That's about 35% drop.
Yeah. In my mind, we're on a similar course to the 2017 cycle, or we're elongating this just a bit, but I'm not ready to say that yet. I will say that, you know, this cycle has had the healthiest corrections of any cycle Bitcoin has seen before.
Yep. Dips.
But you know what we need to do is go to total 3 and look at the amount of time that elapses in between the parabolic runs.
Not as much as you would like. I mean, so this is 2021. So we want to start on right here. So that is the first. Let's say that's the first week of January. Yeah, the first week of January, and then it peaked at. That doesn't seem right. Because then it would have peaked in November, so it literally would have almost ran all year. minus these months right here.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
about
could
what
say,
happened.
so January to May was really good.
Mhm.
We took a break for summer from sell in May and walk away. So they sold in May, came back in the end of July. Literally the last week in July, which is kind of what we're thinking too. And boom, we went up again till November.
Yeah.
So like with us, you know, it was October. So we hit October and we shot up to December. We can't even project out. We could say January. And then we dropped in January down to that was a nasty wick to April.
Yeah.
And then we pumped in May.
Right.
Came back down. I don't know. Maybe well, we could be on a very nice looking chart. We could be. I'm not a magic counter, but we could be doing something like we came up, we came down, we're doing this, and then whoosh. There's our peak.
Yeah.
You know, double bottom. Projecting a double bottom.
I mean, I think that's more likely than seeing further downside for alts. Like,
Trend disappeared. Are you back? Yeah, for the downside to alts. You know, it's just weird for me to see though, like only going to 1.3 trillion market cap. Like I feel like we should be in the ballpark of like a $10 trillion bull run. You know, you don't have any volume. You smash that like button. That's what he's trying to tell you guys. Oh, before we forget, please smash that golden like button. Not down though for trend's sake, but up because that's what we need. Yes, that's what Trent reminded me. And please hit the subscribe bell, guys. It's right here. I got 2 good rings out. You'll find in that corner. Right there. Right here.
Yeah, so I'm seeing Calvin's full comment right now, and just to chime in on that, elongated cycle, you know, what I always say is it depends on we need to define elongated, right? Anything past like deep into Q1 of next year is elongated, and the thing is, like until the cycle is broken, and by broken I mean elongated is a form of that, right? Like until the history stops repeating itself, the wisest thing to do is to bet on history. Everything that you do in the market is a hedge. It shouldn't matter whether the cycle is elongated or not. And I know that we want to know the answers to these things, right? But it shouldn't matter because everything we do is a hedge against risk. So we sell on the way up. On the way up to hedge downside risk, right? But when you sell on the way up, you don't sell your whole bag. And the reason you don't sell your whole bag is because you're hedging against the upside risk of having an elongated cycle, having a super cycle, and you don't have any exposure. So everything we do is hedging against risk. And if that's the way that we treat the market, it shouldn't matter whether it elongates. It shouldn't matter whether it goes into 2026. It shouldn't matter whether we have a super cycle or not. And, you know, at least from that perspective. Now, can we just get rich already? Yeah, you know, right. But that's what I'm saying though, is everything is a game of hedging risk in the markets. And if you do that, over weeks and months, that's cool. You'll produce some gains that way. But the real disciplined road to success with this is doing it over months and years. So yeah, I mean, it's even crypto is not get rich quick. It's get rich faster than 8% a year in the stock market, but it's not, so the Proverbs, this is a loose translation, but the Proverbs say, like, if you get rich overnight, you're just likely to lose it. So, it says, like, wealth gained quickly is actually like a vice, right? So I don't know. Like I say, if we're hedging against risk for the long term, upside and downside, it doesn't matter. Play the long game, keep showing up, keep doing it. Now, in terms of altcoin season, guys, it is coming. Bitcoin dominance cannot continue doing what it's doing forever, right? If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart and you ask yourself, if I didn't tell you that it was the BTC.D chart, and I told you that it was some altcoin, some meme coin, you would look at that chart and you would say, it can't keep going up. It's unsustainable. And we're going to see that. In my opinion, we're going to see it by the end of summer. The real blow off top might not be till Q4, but we're going to see the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance by July, I think. I mean, we're going to see it in my opinion, when Bitcoin hits on its next pump, when it goes to 125,000, 130,000 or so, and then it cools off and altcoins rip, we will see the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance and the beginning of altcoin season. It's coming soon. The way that you know that it's coming soon is that everybody is losing hope. And what the masses, the herd and the masses are always going to lose. The market is going to it's going to go against the crowd, right? And capitulation, it always has to happen. And when others are fearful, be greedy. When others are greedy, be fearful, right? When the masses are on their last string of hope, that's when altcoin season is actually going to rip. But that being said, I'm gonna dip out of here so that we can.
I got 7 minutes left, Trent. So
make our way out of the hospital here, and my battery's dwindling down.
How much do you have?
Not enough.
Not enough to make 7 minutes?
I don't think so.
That's pretty low. I was gonna go over the Cardano chart with you. Guys, I want everybody in the chat right now and all platforms, give Trent a good clap and applause for showing up and giving really good advice and being able just to elaborate his intelligence on a way you can understand it. So thank you, Trent.
Yes.
Perfect.
Peace. Bye, Trent. Daniel Ghazi. Sup, dog? I was talking about you yesterday in the live stream. I knew you went there, but I was clapping. Thank you, Hal. Clapping. He didn't see it, but I'll tell him. His phone died, so I guess I can't tell him. Daniel Ghazi, have we reached enough fear to bid? No, we have not reached enough fear, unfortunately. At least long term. I think we still have a little bit more ouchies to go. Dang, I really wanted to go over Cardano with him. 12-hour, we'll bomb this triangle. We have a green dot. Hit it pump. Yeah, why not? We could say we could get a couple pumps out of here. Yeah, why not? Calvin clapped. Trent, I'll tell him, Calvin, when he comes back. really wanted to ask him about Cardano, though. Man. We're like right at the stinking level where we're like, we can get fake outs at 60. Gosh dang, we're at negative 60 and negative 59.97. Come on, man. 200's coming down. 21's coming down. I think, like, look at the momentum waves. Like, it wants to reset, and the VWAP wants to go up. I mean, the VWAP's a -1 on the daily. I'm just trying to project out. The weekly is so bearish, though. Look, blood diamond and the X says a short. You start, and it does a previous average. You started right here. You could have made some gains on that short for sure. But the VWAP is -9, and it looks like we have open waves to the downside. Continue waiting. Frick, man, like it's at the end of the triangle. Like, what? How much more can it really go? You know. And the monthly kind of looks bearish too. We have a red dot. The momentum waves coming down. The green money flow has been shrinking. On Cardano, man, I just don't know. But what I could tell you is we're going to be short-term bullish on Cardano. How's that? That's what I'm going to tell you. Long-term, it's still kind of foggy. Short-term, we're kind of having a rounded bottom. We have a rounded bottom right here, right? Well, we're getting a rounded bottom right here now. So we might only get 5-6 candles in a row, but I would expect tomorrow to be a pump day on Cardano. Or 4 hour, yeah, why not? We'll say a pump day tomorrow. Bitcoin, we're going to say rounded bottom, pumps up, rounded bottom again. What the hell? 21 is kind of like not green, but that is green. You know, but the VWAP is up. We're going to say, but the money flow is coming down. We're going to say a green day. I'm going to say green day because I love when Bitcoin goes up. You know, we'll see if we can get another pump up to like 107. Hey, Calvin. I appreciate you showing up. I'm turning in right behind you. Right behind you. Stay blessed. Most hydrated crew out here. Thank you, Calvin. Daily. Short term. I'm getting into the longer term time frame, so I'm getting a little more bearish. Soul, probably imitating everything. H-bar. I love H-bar, guys. This is a good coin. It is a good coin. Looks very solid E too. Guys, I have so many good coins on here, guys. I don't even know what to look at. You guys are a fan of Near? I love Near. Don't own any of it anymore. Unfortunately, I had to downsize, but I do love Near. You know, I don't really like Atom anymore, to be honest with you. I could probably cut Atom out of here. I don't really look at it too much. Holy smokes. Quant would have been really good. That would have been a good coin to short. How the frick did I miss that? Money flow still could be a good coin to short, to be honest with you. What is it going on in the longer time frames? Ooh, this could be a good coin to short, guys. Or it's a fake out down to here, and then we'll bounce down to 90. You know, I'd say you might be able to short this down to like 90 bucks. Look at that VWAP. Just slap dicked it, man. We're still in money flow. It's kind of coming in, but not crazy amount. Monthly had a trigger wipe and VWAP. What? This is crazy. Projected to be a good next month. What does XRP look like? The monthly. Why does XRP look so much different? What about H-bar? H-bar does not look as bullish as Quant. What the hell? Oh, sweetie. Not enough data. That's pretty wild, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep Quant on my radar. You guys should keep Quant on your radar too. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Quant's doing something, guys. Doorchain's also kind of wanted to flip. Check Link. Pith. Aptos. Bitcoin Cash. Got a green dot. Where are we on? Cody. You guys don't know what that is. I'm almost positive. AVAX low. Toncoin's not that bad. I bet you it's kind of funny because this chart's kind of playing out like when the guy, what's his freaking name? What's that guy's name? The dude that's in France's prison. I can't remember his name. The Toncoin CEO. It almost tells you when he's going to get out of prison, dude. I bet you that's going to be a fire trigger wave when he gets out. IMX, almost time to flip, guys. We're just kind of keeping an eye on everything right now. Enough data, engine. That's funny. Engine, Tau. Not quite ready yet. Not quite ready yet. Everything's still kind of going down. Dogecoin has a red X. Man, I hope that doesn't close. That would make me so sad. You want Dogecoin to pump. The momentum is looking like it's cooling off, though. Farcoin does not have data on. Pepe, not enough data on for the monthly. I'm trying to find something that's sweet, man. Like, this one's really good. Not enough data on the monthly. We're in meme season, you can tell. Litecoin, it doesn't look very great either. Freaking Picoin looks bearish as bearish can get. Ooh, dang. Not enough data. Now, Hex actually looks pretty good. Kind of wild. Not enough data on Troll. Hype or Liquid also kind of bullish too. Not enough data though, I would say. Cake also looks kind of good too. On the monthly. Money flow's thick on MicroStrategies too. I think MicroStrategies is doing good. Winning some stocks. Zebek, I think Zebek looks good wherever you're at, Sean. I know I saw you here earlier. I think the monthly looks good. Or was that Zcash? I lied, Sean. That's Zcash, not Zebek. I should just delete that. It's gonna throw me off every time. All right, guys, I'm out. Appreciate you guys showing up. You guys are awesome. Sean, want Zebek right now? That's a scary couple green candles in a row. You can't keep that momentum without kind of cooling off. I appreciate everybody. Stay blessed. Brew Crew is out. Thank you.